Game for third. Ladies and gentlemen, Czech looks pretty disappointing. He was defeated by FoCuS. Still a great run for Czech. Nobody expected him to go that far. Quarterfinal, yeah, but that's about it. 112, what's he saying? 112 for this computer? Yeah. Okay, ping. Alright.
FoCuS is experiencing some high ping here. Maybe we're gonna have a regame.
No. Now seems to be fine. Just a little spike. And yeah, of course, Czech's opponent is gonna be FoCuS, who was defeated by TH earlier. Both series is 3-2, as close as it gets. It could have gone the other way around with a little bit more luck, with a little better decision making, with a little bit more micro, but that's how close it is in the Warcraft scene in 2017. Everybody seemed to be able to beat everybody on a good day. And I would say that FoCuS is kind of a little favorite here in this.
I feel so too. In general, it seems to me that FoCuS is pretty damn strong in this matchup, and if the Orc plays it well, plays it dominant, and plays it all the way through, Night Elves can oftentimes find themselves struggling to find, well, a foothold in the game. And Twisted Meadows is certainly one of those maps. Where are you supposed to creep up? Where are you supposed to get decent heroes? Making talents work here, so damn difficult. Players like Moon, for that reason, will decide not to go for talents and go for a different strategy. Beastmaster would be very crazy, but more likely Demon Hunter, Dryad, expansion play. What's Czech's plan here?
FoCuS qualified for this GCS. In the first qualifier, he lost the lower bracket to Life, but in general, his matchup versus Night Elf is his second strongest right after Undead, and that is with all the losses he receives from Happy. 66% win rate with over 500 games, so I think it's very safe to say that he's pretty good there against Czech. He's 21-7 in series, 47-25 in maps, so there is a big favorite here. Czech on the other side, 31 years old, the oldest player in this tournament. Versus Orc, he's 52%, slightly below his average win rate, and yeah. I mean, in the entire playoffs, the odds were stacked against him. The statistics were better for his opponent, and he just didn't care. He made it. He made a great game against Lawlight, 3-1 win there. He was, like, with Romantic together, the one who put on the hardest fight for FoCuS. But here we go. Blade Master out, Demon Hunter out. No big surprise there. The fight for the third rank is on.
All right, and already we see a bit of a different start, and we'll see different opening strategy, as is, I guess, the norm on TM. Hunter's opening for the Night Elf, and 2 Borrow Tech for the Orc. So we're gonna see more grunts early, better capabilities of creeping. Doesn't have a shop, though, doesn't have healing, no selves, so he's gonna run over towards the Night Elf's main right away. But he shall not pass, he shall pass! Oh my god. Is this intentional? Or is this just his building placement being fucked up? He's gonna almost lose his first Wisp here. That was very close. And now it's, well, panic management right now. Trying to keep all of these Wisps alive. And so far able to save every last one. Very well done. Even keeping a cool head here. Not even investing too much Moon Juice. But the Blade Master's still on the hunt. And these Wisps, well, not really mining lumber at the moment or harvesting lumber. And also draining a lot of Moon Juice. But they are staying alive, at least for now.
Blade Master finally gets the first kill here. First blood, 25 experience. Windwalk will execute the next Night Elf Spirit. Oh, actually, saves it. Again, like, after this exhausting series against FoCuS, Czech doesn't seem to mind. Good stamina there on his side. With good micro that he shows off. Tech has started, third burrow is coming, more grunts.
Yeah, and that was so much lumber harvesting that was delayed right there, so the tech for him is very late. If we were to compare to the Orc tech, it's almost half a tech behind. Now, with the 2 grunts, pretty easy to take out the nulls. He already has a circlet from the shop. Blade Master coming in. If he could get the last hit stolen, that would be amazing for him, but that is pretty unlikely to happen. Does have nothing in his inventory to help him with better trading capabilities, and with a 3rd grunt coming in here as well, this should be easily doable for FoCuS, but now we have hunts coming as well.
Good damage spread against these grunts. I mean, it's going to be a lot of heal cells. He doesn't have them yet. If he gets the last hit here, that's absolutely massive for Czech. But FoCuS plays it well. Yes, Blade Master gets level 2 and the second circlet. So trading just got a lot easier for him as well.
Counter expand, or expansions rather, should always be something that we want to look out for on Twisted Meadows, and also something that the Orc should scout for. But we don't see that yet. Halfway through is the tech for check. 3 Huntress is the usual opening, and that's oftentimes where the Night Elf will stop. At the moment we have 2 and a third one on the way. What's gonna be the follow-up?
Saves the grunts into the base, no big issue there. The Demon Hunter doesn't want to dive into it. Tier 2 is finished though, and or almost finished, and second hero is gonna be... Yeah, not going for it at the moment. Ah, Shadow Hunter. TC.
Cancels it. Alright, so thinks it's gonna be Talons after all. And that's of course something you could do. You can stay on one base, even with 3 hunts, and still go into Talons. We saw that quite a bit in the past. Obviously delays your talents by a lot. But with the 3 hunts you will be able to do something on the map. And that, if you don't have those on Twisted Meadows, you just otherwise might be forced to do nothing at all.
Do that.
Oh, surround!
Yeah, but oh, there was no mana, so it was really scary for him right there. But he gets out. No problem. Creeping up even further. Again, no last hits for check.
Dude, it's double bestiary.
Oh.
So he does... he cancelled the TC again. He did go for the SH in the end.
Okay, a little indecisive. Maybe he scouted for it. There is finally some tier 2 buildings, but of course the Huntress Hall wasn't there. Maybe expectable here. Double Engine of Law, Keeper of the Grove. Pretty normal, I'd say. The question is Mass Dryads, or will he really go into Bears?
He will? Wow.
Oh, tier 3, you're right.
I haven't seen that work in forever. That being said, the last time it did work, I did see it work rather, was from check. It was a long time ago though. And for FoCuS, excuse me, having the right read here, that's gonna help him out a lot. He has Wyverns to start with.
Cool. Pretty good against Huntress. Also, no anti-air in the entire army at the moment before he gets Dryads. Of course, once he gets Dryads, then things become a lot harder for him, as they are slow already. The Dryads will slow them down even further, but he gets so much of this map. Like, check, he's still on level 1 with his Demon Hunter. Doesn't get this kill either. Ring of Protection again. Hex comes in, and maybe it's around so much normal and hero damage. But here comes the Entangle. First Wyvern, though. But focuses the Huntress. Doesn't even get the grunt kill.
Doesn't have a staff yet, so he can't get the Huntress saved. Will lose her. And Dryads will start to come out now. But if there's only like 2 or 3 Dryads, they're easy to snipe. And with the Wyvern as well, he's going to be able to pin down the Night Elf, pin him back in his base for a long time, and he can continue creeping with his main force.
Actually, I thought he would just go for 2 Wyvern to have the upper hand in the initial engagement.
I thought for a moment maybe drag and drop, but no. We have no Raiders.
We have no Raiders, exactly. And there's no transition to Raiders. He continues to buy Huntress. Here's the first Dryad, but he got a few of those Wisp, which is nice. Daytime, so he sees the creep here. So he's super safe with this. Level 2 on the Shadow Hunter, level almost 3 on the Blade Master. And not even okay, the Keeper of the Grove, of course, but 0 experience. And both heroes level 1 for check. Tier 3. Haha! Envenomed Spears?
Envenomed Spears. Liquid Fire Bats. I don't know, man. Anything is possible in this crazy world. Already this 5th Burrow is coming up for FoCuS. He's taking out the Merchant here now as well. So much experience for him, dude. These heroes are so unfair compared between the 2 races. And this is a standout game for why this map can be so hard for Night Elf, man. He's just forced to stay back all the time. Doesn't even have level 2 yet. He's gonna be tier 3. He's gonna have an orb, I guess, but this DH is by no means a carry.
No, super under-leveled, super under-equipped. He does have 3 Dryads, okay, how fast? Oh, nice, he's killing the Moonwell here. Nice harass by FoCuS. Keeping him supply stuck, and he really wants Bears now, because that was the reason to go for tier 3, but only getting Dispel now. I don't even think we saw the upgrade for the Bears. Of course, they need Master to really work.
The Orb of Venom at least is very good against the harassing Wyvern. They're gonna drop very low on HP if they hang around for long enough. Now what's FoCuS gonna do? Just keep on creeping. He could get up to level 3 SH here without too much trouble. Get close to level 4 Blade Master as well. There's a lot of mana, by the way, on Blade and SH both. Clarities as well. Keeps on cancelling those Moonwells. He's still stuck at only 40, man.
Yeah. This is really good Wyvern play. Always there where like the anti-air is not. Hides himself over the trees here, has good vision because it's kind of a cliff. In the meantime, the ground army is creeping a lot. Blade Master finds the Pendant of Energy. The Shadow Hunter is super happy about it. Gets level 3 with this. And what do you do with tier 3? He's going more Wyvern. It's Venom Spears then. So, mass Venom play, I guess.
Already going into upgrade level, like pretty damn early. Even has the money. Not quite, but almost for a tiny Great Hall should he want to get that soon. And with the heroes of his opponent being so weak, I can't see how he gets rid of that. Now he gets stronger with level 2.
Just gets stronger, exactly, but he cancels the Moonwell again. Just to be a little careful about this Wind Rider, though.
They're kind of stuck there, almost, but they find a way to safety.
Well done. Demon Hunter was reaching around with the orb, but not strong enough.
Just my Mass Wyvern. And there we go. And Venom Spears being upgraded. Tier 3 is done. Orb of Venom will be the purchase here, I imagine. Or is he saving for the tiny Great Hall? No. It is the orb.
Still 4 Wyvern, 6 Wyvern now in total. 55 supply for FoCuS, only 40 because he kept this Moonwell down throughout the entire game. Good start. But can he end it as well? And Venom Spears upgrade is almost finished, doesn't take too much. He's fully committing to this, so I hope you're constantly checking the base for Torrent Totem, but I don't think we're gonna need it. And Venom Spears is done, so he one-shots the Dryads. Oh, actually, nice heal wave there. Speed Scroll saves, almost saves this Wind Rider. A little bit of a micro mistake there, but the Dryads are almost out entirely. Without losing too much here, next heal wave rattles through, well done. And the archers, man, they are no threat for these grunts and Blade Master. Keeper of the Grove, super low, Hex, where is he? Oh, Purge and Backstab, well done, man. FoCuS on a rampage here.
55 versus 25 supply. And I think we can go into map number 2, honestly.
Well, let him have some fun, I guess. More Wyvern, 55 supply. He replenishes the one that he lost. Blade Master level 4, Shadow Hunter level 3. And what can Czech do about this? More Dryads? Yeah, but is that the answer? We saw how mighty the one-shots are.
FoCuS sells the Pendant of Energy. Someone should slap him on his hands. That's not something you should do. But of course, if you could trade it for Tiny Great Hall, then maybe that's worth it. And he has it in his inventory. The Wisp over there might be scouting for this. But even if he sees it, like, what can he do? He has a Huntress and 3 Archers. Gonna have a few more along with Dryads, but...
Creeping is so crazy fast now with those Wyverns, the damage output in general. He gets another Pendant of Energy, so... Alright. Why not? There's no War Mill for upgrades, something. I think he's just happy with what he has at the moment. Invul Potion to be super safe. But, man, check. I think he has to rely kind of on the Demon Hunter and he needs to creep him up more. Finally, the bears are coming. That took him 12 minutes and 40 seconds for the first bear.
That Great Hall, by the way, is too far away from the gold mine. Whoops! Little mistake.
Too much experience.
And the Boots of Kaltalas.
And the Boots of Kaltalas. The Blade Master just got a lot scarier with more attack speed and more damage. No transition from Czech. He stays at 50. Well, he needs more there. Level 3 though.
And he's got Master Bears now. They can't do anything against the Wyvern, of course, but for that I guess he has the Demon and the Archers. But Archers might die very quickly to the Focus Fire that the Orc can go for with Shift Click pretty damn quickly.
Not as quick as Dryads though. So I like the transition.
A player's forces
because Dryads, man, you don't even need all the Wyvern to kill them at the moment.
And FoCuS moving into the base again. Wyvern once more looking for easy snipes. Gets them on the Wisps as well. TP home. Is FoCuS gonna fight this? He doesn't need to.
Well, on the ground, the Night Elf is stronger at the moment. It's only 3 grunts. Uses the Speed Scroll against the Entangle. What's the Shadow Hunter doing there?
He doesn't have him in the group.
Nothing! Well, that's an invite.
He's gonna perhaps die here. Oh, he gets Hex though. Nice. He uses Hex and Speed Scroll to not get entangled. Long range entangle almost hits him regardless. Czech could have found the hero kill there, but still, you know, wouldn't have been enough. Moving forward now, where are the Wyverns?
In the base, wrecking the Ancient of Lore. And he actually gets away with the Shadow Hunter, man. That was such an invitation to kill the second hero. Maybe open up the game a little bit for him. There's a Huntress harassing. Okay, that will take forever. But there's no burrow to protect him. Just more and more Wyvern. Warmill is coming for upgrades, so these Wyverns will be stronger. And, oh boy, this Demon Hunter, he will take so much damage. Critical strike, more right clicks. If there's a Hex, there we go. He doesn't perch him here, backstab. And that should be game, man. Without the Demon Hunter, there is no solution at all.
One volley, one kill. Level 5 for the Blade Master. What's the big crit? Come on, don't leave before we want to see it. We want to see it. No fun check. And the first map goes towards FoCuS 1-0. And he takes the lead in the best of 5.
That's true, fairly easy. But with the right game plan there, maybe quite a bit surprised that he went for this decisive Wyvern play. I haven't seen it that much recently. It was like Wyvern to harass, Wyvern to distract. But then, was not usually a Raider play.
And he played that pretty greedy, going for tier 3 so quickly without like more archers and having dryads, excuse me, only so late against the Wind Riders. Yeah, that game was over quick.
Yeah, and I mean, Czech must be exhausted after this series. FoCuS had so much time to recover. And it's actually good that Foggy has this series between the semifinals now to prepare a bit.
Czech the big favorite, by the way, for you guys. I wonder why. Surprises me.
I don't know what the Russians are thinking.
Maybe they just like the Night Elves.
Probably. I like MTV Rookie, who has donated $50 to our channel here. Watching your streams makes me go back to the good old times of WC3L and NGL, especially seeing my old player Czech getting it done. Keep it up, guys. Yeah, man. MTW, that was a huge success story back then. With Czech, they won the NGL back then. So, shout out to Rookie that you're still following the scene after all this time. MTW back then. I have quite of a relationship to Quiz, so there was always a connection to MTW. And Taker blessed us with his presence not too long ago, so man, and MTW, those were the days.
Wasn't also Davin part of MTW?
Davin is watching basically every stream, sometimes even when he's at the poker table at Las Vegas in the World Series or whatever he plays there. So yeah, MTW is still pretty strong in the Warcraft scene, at least as viewers. And of course, it's amazing to see.
So, next map is going to be Ancient Isles.
That's most likely not going to be a Wyvern game, everybody.
That's true. What else weird might we see here?
Tower Rush on AI.
Oh, that's true.
Grubby
Strat.
Grubby Strat, exactly. He loves to play it. He played it in Nostalgia Battlefield. If you missed that, Grubby was back for one tournament in, let me guess, maybe March, February, in the beginning of the year, basically. The little team event, and he was quite successful in the team with Joshishi and WFZ. All the VODs are up on our YouTube if you want to check it out. He actually won a map against the pro players of today, against TBCBM on Twisted. That was quite a cool game, actually.
So, FoCuS taking the lead, the way I guess we were expecting it. We thought he may have the upper hand here. And third place? I mean, of course, both players here are disappointed after having not making it through to the finals today. But I still think they're motivated here. This is about a big tournament after all. If you win here, you are qualified for the Super GCS. And that is, once again, a lot of prize money and another trip here to the next offline event, which we are not yet allowed to share, I think, when it's going to happen. But we won't have to wait too long. I guess we can say that.
True. So the future of Warcraft is looking good, I guess. So if you want to see the best players in the world, then feel free to follow to this channel. Of course, this is what we do. And yeah, AI, maybe a little normal game there with Raider Walker versus Talons. This is usually set in stone if they are not fooling around. But they shouldn't fool around. By the way, we see the former world champion TD on the stream with one of the best haircuts in the world, obviously.
Yeah. Maybe you should suggest that to your hairdresser for the next time. What do you think? I mean, you're a big TED fan. I know that.
I am. You too.
I am too, yeah.
We both go for it.
I think my hair is not dark enough. Your hair is dark.
We can color it, no problem.
You can
dye
pull
it.
it off. It's too expensive for me.
Little recap of the past game. FoCuS with 417 APM. That's quite crazy. I mean, didn't he just right-click? He right-clicked a lot.
He hacks sometimes.
Oh, yeah, true. 8 Wyvern and Venom Spears. Check. Below average APM here, I guess. In the games against Foggy, he had always above 200. This time, I mean, didn't have too many units to work with. But yeah, check. I think was an okay game with cool micro in the beginning. But then it was just too many Wyvern. He has to step it up. And yeah, opening up the base there. Quite a big mistake. To allow the Demon Hunter to enter. Maybe it was a bait, but he didn't follow it up, so I don't think so. I mean, if Zokol is watching, we never forget your WCG performance versus Moon, where this kind of happened and you got your hero stuck.
Yeah, I mean, that delayed his tier 2 tech by so long, and for that reason, he was struggling way harder than against the Wyvern than he should have, probably.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a very different game in our next one on AI. And we're counting down. We're going to be starting our game here in a moment. Could just be, of course, a normal talent play. But FoCuS has been looking pretty strong against that. Then again, Lolite was able to beat him. Check, like, where do you place him amongst the top Night Elf players in the world? How good is he with his talents?
Pretty hard to say. Actually, I didn't see too many games of his in this year. He didn't play too many tournaments, or at least we didn't see too many games from him. I think not even top 5.
Yeah, right? You don't think of him like, wow, how could you win that fight? How did you turn that around? The players to do that usually are live in this tournament, even though light, and
Foggy
also Foggy.
Is pretty crazy about it. Moon is also really good against orcs, of course.
He's tilting his head a little here. Looks like he's not having the best time. Not yet, of course. He was just coming back from a loss on map number 1, but that was Twisted Meadows. That is a very unthankful Night Elf map. Here, talents can work much better. He's going to start with an Ancient of War creep. Going to get level 2 for free, almost at the very beginning. And FoCuS. How does he follow this up? It can be a little difficult here. Getting decent experience for your Blade Master at a decent timing, because you only go for the item carrying creep first, or may even skip that and go for the, what's it called, the circlet, and run towards the Night Elf base straight away to apply a lot of pressure. But that sometimes should not be too highly recommended, because the nice thing here on AI for the Night Elf is that you can keep your Wisp safe very easily in the little corners in the trees where the Orc can't reach.
Demon Hunter and Blade Master so far so good. Pretty standard opening, no fancy Farseer play that we see sometimes from Soin, but also very early shop. He's not skipping on anything. Not on the barracks, not on the shop. And of course, yeah, there should be a 1 burrow tech then, right? You sure about that? No Huntress opening by check, so this seems from the very beginning very standard here. Depends on the creep routes now a little, how aggressive FoCuS is going to be, as you said. First check is going to be on the receiving end, basically the entire time, until the Talon Master upgrade is finished. And then things unfold pretty quickly and the whole game turns around.
Yeah, and we may see a lot of creeping here happening as well in the mid game and late game. Ancient Isles is not the biggest map we have, but it's kind of hard to cross from one side to the next. Takes a lot of time, so oftentimes players will share the map. One takes the upper part, one takes the lower part. And that can be nice for Night Elf, because before Master Training they don't have map control and they have to fear being punished, being creepjacked, losing items, losing units, and possibly even losing heroes in the worst case.
Circle ability for FoCuS, certainly good. He's not only sniping the item, but creeps the entire thing. That gives him almost level 2, as you see here on Check's experience. Only 12 experience missing, and without an engine of war, he's sniping the Overseer. That's certainly interesting.
He was looking for with a wisp for where the Blade Master was, so he knows he's safe to do this. I like this move. Gonna stack up on the Demon a little more.
Super expensive in Moon Juice, and he might not be... Wow, the level up. That was well calculated, I think. It worked out pretty well, though, but if the Blade Master had scouted this and only sniped the item, then go and check on that position, he's dead.
He's gonna heal up here as much as he can. And he's pretty strong right now. With the evasion, with the 2 items, Blade Master is gonna get his own level 2.
Pretty safe behind all the Geomancers. That's level 2 for him. Not too much damage. Second Circlet and a Speed Scroll and 4 heal self, so he's safe for the mid game.
Prioritizing early creeping quite a bit here. Not looking to pressure the Night Elf at all. His grunt saw that the opponent's Overseer was already gone. And the Demon Hunter's next to the shop. Telestaff plus Dust for him. So, we may see some tier 2 cancellations here soon.
To that, there is a Wisp, but he's quite far away from the main, but the base is wide open for FoCuS, very unusual. And there has to be one building here, so it's quite accessible, actually. And the Blade Master is far away, the Grunts are pretty far away, but on the other side, tier 2 is like 40% away for Check, quite late compared to what FoCuS is doing here.
And FoCuS, he's just keeping on creeping, man. So much creeping being done by him. And of course, the Night Elf can't do this too easily himself. He needs an Agent of War to really do that quickly and safely. The Demon's going to take out the Gnolls here, so that is easy to do. That's his level 2.5 as well, so not bad, not bad. But the Blade Master is almost level 3. The Archer here finds the Grunts, staff towards her with the Demon. Won't be in time to get the Grunts, especially with a Scroll of Speed, so he will keep those alive.
So far, pretty solid game by FoCuS, no big mistake. Also, he faces no threat. Now the bounces there, they are, like the Grunts, they are quite hurt from the poison. But the Beast Tree is up. There's no Beast Master for him, and the normal damage from 3 Grunts and the Blade Master hero damage is so strong. And also, he found the healing wards there, so he can actually save... does he want to save the heal selves? I don't know. But he could save them if he wants to. Save a little bit of gold. Here comes the double engine of wind. It is normal Night Elf versus Orc. Tree of Eternity. Tech starts as well. But yeah, he prioritizes the tech and the buildings over the Beastmaster push. I don't know if I like that choice.
I think it makes sense here though. The Grunts were in position. The TC was going to be out in a moment. His Demon was already low. I don't think he would have been able to do too much there. Gonna heal up now with the Demon Hunter and continues creeping. Is there the Ancient of War? He's not really in position next to the gold mine, a little too far away. Maybe he can go for the Merchant and the gold mine. That would be a big, valuable pick for him here in the mid game, where once again the Orc is the guy with map control, and the Night Elf really shouldn't be allowed these big camps. Yeah,
but FoCuS is taking off the second rat spot, so that's okay as well. He's getting Raiders, and once he has Ensnare in the first Walker with Spirit Link, then he has even more map control. But yeah, you're right. Check is not supposed to get this, I guess. Telestaff and Preservation Staff on him, but 4 go, it's way too late. TC starting to creep up here. It's the Wen of the Wind, so the Night Elves can taste a bit of their own medicine.
And the Wisp sees the Orc up here, and he must be thinking, oh, this is great. I already got the Merchant. Now I'll get the gold mine, and yeah, of course, the Orc is trading. He's also getting something in return. But usually he should be fending off the Night Elf towards the left and force him back into his base. Then he takes out the gold mine, and if the Night Elf after that wants to go for his red can, then he goes up there and gets that as well. So I think FoCuS is getting, I don't want to say lazy, but, well, a little more passive than he should ideally be. As he's at 40 supply, getting the Orc Bow ready for the 50, and the tier 3 for the Night Elf is still not ready, and he has his level 3 Demon.
TC on the way to level 3 as well, though. Null Assassin down, Null Warden to follow, the first Walker, the first Raider, and Snare.
Oh, the Beastmaster.
Oh, step out. Ring of Protection helps him a bit. Level 2.5, well, 2.4 for the TC, and this will increase heavily when this Overseer is done. Ring of Protection for him as well, so they get the same.
And
both will sell it.
Here. It's gonna be an expo.
What? Yeah.
And boom. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, the Hawk may have the perfect timing for this.
A player's forces are under
He
attack.
doesn't go for it.
Master training has started, so this is gonna line up pretty damn nicely with this great hold timing. Interesting play by FoCuS this game. Certainly unusual. Level 3 now for his Tauren. Red Drake here will drop another big item for him. Beastmaster already level 2, Demon Hunter level 3. He has the orb. Tinker's gonna be there soon, so Check should be feeling pretty good to take a big fight here
Player's
soon.
forces are
So
under
Mask,
attack.
okay for the TC, but mana will be burned the entire time, so the robe of the Magi would have been better. Or Boots of Kel'Thuzad, of course. 60% or even a little more done on the Master Training, and FoCuS' army at 50. Does he have... Yeah, he does have the level 3 TC. This might be time for him to push. It's the last timing he has before Master, of course.
The Hawk was close to the natural. Oh, the Wisp sees the peons moving out. The jig is up.
Forces are under attack.
Knows about this expansion now.
But he's
Or
far
does he?
away.
Does he? Yeah, he knows about it now. Okay. He's seen it. He's far away, but he doesn't need to deal with it yet.
He can staff onto it with the Demon Hunter, but okay, he sees the army coming, so that's not an option anymore.
He's gonna have level 3 Beastmaster before the first big fight. This is so good for Check.
Yeah, Check has really a lot to work with. Lionheart of Stormwind, of course, not the best. But FoCuS. Is he going for pillage or a little bit more raider work? Doesn't seem like it. Keeps the expansion up though. 2/3 done.
Check has lost like nothing this game. He has even still got his Ancient of War life. This is not the way this matchup is
Player's
supposed to
forces
work.
are under attack.
Yeah. 6 talents, and yeah, the movement of these talents is also super unusual. Usually you want to hide them the entire game.
He was even able to save all of his talent mana. He's gonna get the Tinker. He has 3/3 heroes.
So much Cyclone, man!
I really favor Check in the next big fight.
Yeah. TC is level 3.7 though. Can he get 5 on this map? It's quite unusual. Oh, nice timing. At the moment, it's only a Demon Hunter, so the Expo will come up. There's no Tinker yet.
He's gonna buy a TP here. I guess so. 50 versus 50. If he buys the Tinker, which yeah, he doesn't have yet.
There's the repair. FoCuS not going for it. And no, not TPing yet. He doesn't have... Oh, okay, he does one. He does have one on the Blade Master. But this expansion play actually works for now. And Check realizing, ah, damn, with this Tinker, would have been good. But no, Crow form move. The talent was here, so he flies up. Gets the Tinker.
Player's forces are under attack.
Does he have the time, though, to kill it?
He's very low on consumables. Check is. He has 1 scroll of healing here. He does not have an involve. And no healing potions either. But he has a lot of talents, a lot of mana, and pretty good heroes. And he's reapproaching here. At the Great Hall, already down to half HP. FoCuS, is he gonna TP? Is he gonna let this die? Here comes the teleport.
Maybe too late. Oh, actually the damage is not enough. Pretty aggressive, but oh, Walker's there. The first wave wasn't too good. Cyclone immediately, and there's more where that one came from. Demon Hunter and the Pocket Factory and the Beastmaster. Nice damage. The Raiders, man, they don't look too good at all. It's 50 versus 50. This is not how you want it as an orc. You want the 10 food advantage.
He lost 4 units and got nothing.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? The Tinker might be in trouble, but the Pocket Factory is going to be ready in a second again. He's going to use it. This looks like an easy game for Check now.
TC is completely burned. Blade Master can't do too much. He's trying to get the Tinker, but I guess he threw his Pocket Factories. Oh, actually, Heal Self saves him. TC is in trouble, flies high up. The Blade Master again. Nice Cyclones from Check the entire time. He gets the Tinker. Oh, nice staff by Check. His micro's on point again. Now the Raiders find the talents, though.
Do they? Alright, I guess they do. They're going to get 1 kill. This is just way too easy. This game's over. Check is killing everything.
Falling apart. Yeah. The Walkers are all gone. No Dispel anymore. The Raider is gone as well, thanks to the Quilbies. And surrounded the Blade Master. Walk in the park for Check. And he can get the double kill here. Oh, nice Shockwave, but that won't change the outcome of this game anymore. Demon Hunter will get level...
Oh,
Cyclone. He must have more Cyclone. Yeah, there we go. Tinker's back as well. He will not get out of this.
that is GG.
Well predicted, Remo. Pretty nice, easy, and clean cut that Check did there.
What was FoCuS doing that game, man?
Yeah, that was really weird.
He
Very
was like
passive.
he was like giving his opponent an easy timing push, when his expo was finishing and he didn't have anything from it yet. And he gave him all the space to level up when his opponent was so weak for so long. That was not well played. FoCuS, you need to step it up.
Yeah, I think he knows that. We are down to a best of 3. The series is 1-1. But yeah, we know it's important to them. But after a long, long week, maybe exhaustion comes in as well.
Alright, so Czech wins his counter pick.
Yeah.
So, which map are we going to go to next? Echo, most likely vetoed. Twisted is already out. That's a good orc map usually. So we have like AZs left in the pool. Can be very rough for Night Elves in the late game. We have Turtle Rock. Yeah, Turtle Rock would make sense.
Yeah.
Orcs love Turtle Rock.
And I love Turtle Rock because it depends a lot on heroes. We see pretty stacked heroes there, which is always a lot of fun in this matchup. But we have to wait for... Ah, Turtle Rock, it is. Good prediction again.
Yeah, we're used to seeing this. I hope he's not going to be so passive again. Like, if you give the Knight of the space to get to 3-3, and with losing nothing, with saving all of his mana, getting to 50 supply, and then presenting him with a vulnerability in the expansion. It's like,
I mean, the expansion was a super greedy and unusual play. And there was a perfect timing for Czech. It was just up. He couldn't cancel it anymore. There was a lot of damage once he got the Tinker. And there's no way coming back from that. Absolutely not.
Alright. Turtle Rock. Gonna be a different story though, I imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would love to see close position though. That's always fun. I think I didn't mention the legendary FoCuS vs. Moon game yet in the IEM. Chengdu 2009 with 2 level 6 Tinkers.
That was so cool.
Still one of my favorite games to this day.
So, once again, after the first 2 games, we are even between the two. Is FoCuS once again going to take the lead? Well, I guess... Wait. Yeah, both of them took the lead in their series against their opponents, but in the end, still lost with Foggy in the end, winning 2 in a row, and so did TH as well. Wonder what their morale is like. Their rationality is telling them this game is still important, you want to go to Super GCS. But man is not only rational, man is also emotional. So maybe they have like this little devil on their shoulders saying, who cares about this game anyways? Because
we
honestly,
saw how devastated Lawlight was today, and after his loss yesterday, of course. I mean, 4th place is still better than losing in the quarterfinal, but this is their life, basically. And they want more. Still a big difference in prize money, and the participation in Super GCS is even more prize money guaranteed. Oh, Czech stepped it up with 250 APM this time. Of course, there was a lot more to micro than last time. FoCuS to 440. Didn't work.
Yeah, man, he was really busy microing against all these creeps. Till the end. There we go, now I can see us better. Alright. Turtle Rock. Big question to start with will be close positions or not.
Yeah, close position would be just great.
We've seen quite a few close positions, to be honest.
Yeah, man, maybe they... Did we see a non-close position game? Oh yeah, Lawlight versus FoCuS, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think maybe they patched it like W3 Arena, but reverse, so it's only close position. But no, it's crossed this time. And that means a lot of time for both to creep. And a lot of good items. And a lot of hero action. I'm looking forward to this.
And I think Czech, if that should go that way, might feel pretty good again going into the late game, because keep on mentioning this every time in this matchup. When you're the orc, you have absolute upper hand until master training is done. Try to capitalize. Try to catch him out, creepjack him, kill his stuff, and if he doesn't show, then at least steal his creeps. So he can't get experience, can't get items. FoCuS was just way too passive. If he wants to play passive, go play human and expand, man. If you're the orc, you gotta kill stuff.
Do that. Check the surprise of this tournament only the 14th best player in the world according to our ELO ranking. FoCuS in the top 10 as rank 8, and the best earning player of the year with a lot of participations in a lot of cups. So, map 3 is up, and I have to do a little production stuff here.
So, of course, good map for the org. Lots of claws to be found, lots of consumables, lots of creeps, and level 5 TCs. We have seen the Milk Cow going absolutely crazy and seemingly winning games by himself. And to make matters even worse for the Night Elf, creeping here is so hard. The first Ancient of War creep only gives you half a level, and then for level 2 you already have to invest quite a bit of HP, and then it gets even harder. Where the hell are you supposed to creep next? This is why sometimes we see 3 archers being chosen for the Night Elf early, just for regular creeping out on the map, or maybe even for the little archer trick behind the Murlocs to kill off the giant turtle, the gargantuan turtle, over time. That trick, actually, we have not seen once yet in this tournament.
Indeed. And I wonder if he's doing it now, since the position suggests it, I guess.
He's not gonna scout close positions here with the Wisp. He doesn't want to give up his position, so that the Orc can decide to be aggressive if he wants to. Of course, with the Orc going for the 1 borrow tech, he's not going to scout. On Twisted, that was a little bit different, but on Twisted, everything's different. So the Blade Master, is he going to look for his own patented FoCuS creep at the Ogre, or will the Turtles be his first target?
We watch out for the Blade Master to leave this outside as the Night Elf starts to creep against the Turtles. Of course, if he doesn't deny this, no, switches to the Hatchlings. We saw how important one of these hatchlings can be. But yeah, it definitely looks like FoCuS is going for the shop. Or for mass harass, but I don't think so. Check is checking for close position. FoCuS is doing the same. But here we go. FoCuS creep.
He's being a little bit greedy. He does not yet know where if the Night Elf is close to him right now, and might be coming in for the harass, so he's not dragging the Ogre Magi all the way to the back. He's gonna finish him off in front, where the ward will be better, and a big item to pick up as well. Talisman, meh, pretty useless in this matchup. You know how to getting the claws and the mantle. Certainly gonna be thankful for the gloss. If the grunt gets the last hit here, FoCuS showed before that he can do that pretty well. He's gonna deny his level 2 for a little while at least.
Nice last hit. Check is still on top and gets all the important hits here for now. Tier 2 tech by FoCuS has started once again quite a bit faster than the Night Elf tech. It's not like a 1 Moonwell tech that Foggy loves to play, but a 2 Moonwell tech, and therefore resulting in a little bit of a delay.
Actually keeps the Talisman here. It's of course going to help with creeping as the Blade Master makes his way over to the next merchant. Would love to get the other ward as well, but the
That's
demon...
risky.
Dust goes towards the blade, so now really hard for the demon to do anything about his opponent. But he sees that the dust is on cooldown, so he knows he's here. And he even has the circlet as well. Wakes up the creeps. And the demon can stand in there. Oh, and he's actually going for the Tome of Experience first.
Yeah. That opens up the block though, so the Ogre Warrior will be able to attack him. And it's a Tome of Intelligence. He can't pick it up because the Ogre Warrior has this there.
The belly's too big. Can't click on it.
Tier
2 tech-wise, we have the Orc ahead by a decent margin, but not too much. Gonna go for the claws now. But Czech has a good idea about this and might be able to steal the last hit here, perhaps. But with 2 Windwalks, this should be his.
I think so too. Except Czech shows some amazing last hit skills, but no way. Ring of Protection for him. Almost level 2 on the Blade Master as well. Plus he has the vision here. You see how much vision this ward gives, like to the other side of the map. Not the map, but the river.
That would be good. Remember in Command & Conquer, there was this building. When you build it, you see everything. Sounds pretty balanced. Should be a Night Elf building.
Isn't it like Farsight level 3?
Yeah, it's a very good skill. We see that picked up a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, so the grunts. Seems like FoCuS is thinking maybe you're creeping down here with your archers, but no. Still not attempted. The 3 archers are blocking the way in the main base, so he's not even going for the Ancient of Wonders yet, which usually would block the entrance. Demon Hunter now finds the Orcish army again. And keeps the Blade Master from creeping, if nothing else. Beastmaster picked up. Can he look for some tier 2 cancels? Perhaps because they're only coming up at the moment. Does he have a staff? Yes, he does. But no Quilby summoned yet.
Nothing is even remotely close to FoCuS's base, so the tier 2 buildings just come up with ease. And what's he doing with the Beastmaster? He's not creeping anything big. The Blademaster is around. It doesn't have Windwalk though, but... Oh, we need Nye level 2. Yep, looks like it. But yeah, this is... I don't like this passive Night Elf play in general. I think you need to be aggressive. On Turtle Rock, it's maybe a little harder. But this is usually key to delay either Raider or Walkers to get a jumpstart into tier 2. But of course, FoCuS must work now and get some stuff killed.
Especially once he has the Raiders within snare. It's going to be a little while. TC, however, is out. And with that, he's already pretty strong with the 3 grunts. Would love to get this next Ogre Magi, but Check doesn't want to give it up for free. And he has 3 archers as well, so pretty good focus fire potential against the grunts at least. Ancient of War also getting ready for a natural creep. And FoCuS gonna expose his backside here, and that could result in some grunt kills.
Of course, there's no master training yet. He's going for it. Does he have a
TC
speed scroll? He does have one, but the TC is dropping fairly low. We know it from the undead. Oh, nice. Did he steal it?
Yeah, the Night Elf got it. And now the Ensigns fight towards the Archer's gonna get 1 kill, but that's a trade he'll gladly take against the Ward. Gonna lose the 2nd Archer as well, and the 3rd one perhaps also. So they're gonna fall off anyways. He's gonna save that one, actually. And the Ward and the item and the experience all go towards Check, but what about his natural? He wants to have that for himself as well. Is FoCuS gonna try to steal it? Not quite yet. The Walker is gonna join his army soon. The Raider is gonna be a little bit later, but will be there soon as well.
A lot of energy, by the way, on the Demon Hunter now, so quite a big steal to keep it away from the TC. That would have been 1.5 shockwaves. And more mana that can be burned, of course. Finally going for a red spot. Usually that's the go-to station after the TC pops out, but FoCuS plays a little different here. Brew of the Magi, kind of like a Pendant of Energy, so he will be happy about that.
Yeah, not quite mana pool, but some additional mana regen and the Tome of Intelligence as well. For the Night Elf we see Skull of the Beast, so far really not the greatest items aside from the 1 clause of attack that he found at the beginning. Tier 3 though is done for him. Master training is starting right now, and once again he is, well, he's not given so much freedom as before, but he hasn't lost any crucial units yet. No Beastmaster lost, no Talons lost, and he's getting towards the late game, but doesn't have a level 3 demon yet. That of course is always a big deal. Yeah,
the hero levels are in general quite underwhelming, I'd say. Like this, not too much. It's not level 3 Blade, it's not level 3 TC. So usually you want on TR, I think you want 5/5 as soon as possible. But he's working for it, getting the 2nd red spot. But the same happens for Check. Mana Bong would of course be the biggest thing possible, but he says, okay, let's not do it, and that's a good call because the Blademaster's coming.
He has no mana for Windwalk though, so not too scary. Also only level 2. The TC is being sort of crept, finding the Boots of Quel'Thalas. Hey. That's gonna help him during the 7 seconds of invulnerability. And this creep camp will go towards him. Can the Blademaster get? That would be such a massive steal. He has 1 Windwalk available here if he wants to. With all of this magic damage, it's pretty easy actually to take out the red camp here for the Night Elf. Wants to be careful though with the Overlord, and we have FoCuS moving over. He wants to claim it for himself. Is he maybe a little bit too late? We have the heal ward on the ground. The Night Elf picks it up. Level 3 for his Demon Hunter as well. Does he want to contest this, or is it too early? He doesn't. He does have master training now.
Okay, level 3 TC on the other side. Blademaster is coming in with an Invul Potion and a heal scroll. Boots of Quel'Thalas still on the TC. There is another shockwave. Woo, that was nice. Dispel against the Blademaster. Invul Potion as well. The Demon Hunter is completely out of position. Has to take a big heal potion. Is the damage enough? The Blademaster is moving quite far away. Next shockwave rattled through everything. Hurt and bruised.
TC also low HP though, needs to be a little bit careful. Oh, the next shockwave! So many shockwaves towards his talents. He gets the Catgas pipe, but most of the talents will actually get away. Did he only lose a single talent for this?
He didn't lose too much, that's for certain. 50 food for Check, 49 for him, but this Mana Bong is so great. The talent's mana regeneration is crucial in this matchup, and now he has more of it and more Cyclone, more Disable. The shockwaves were really good. The Blade Master movement, though, I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, he had the invul running, and for some reason he was walking away.
Yeah.
Maybe he was popping out of the windwalk and was like on top of his raider, and then he moved for half an inch, and then he was popped back. Didn't quite see it. Gets the next heal scroll, though. So he has 2 heal scrolls and the invul. On the Night Elf side, we have none of the above. And no TP, and no healing potions. He's not in fighting shape, but he doesn't want to fight. He's going to creep up.
Yeah, but there's not too much left on this side of the map. I mean, the red spot is gone. FoCuS picked it up before. Talisman of Evasion for him as well. Can be decent for the Beastmaster, I guess. There is this turtle spot. There is the second red spot, but FoCuS expanding again. As he did on AI a lot later, though.
Demon Hunter does get the double scroll of healing from his opponent's shop. Will join his main force once again with a Telestaff. And yeah, FoCuS expanding fairly early again. He is in upkeep already. Level 3 now for his Blade. Level 3 for his TC as well. With 420 mana. Not bad. Pretty low, however, now not really up that high mana. Sea Turtle, the greater mana or greater invul would be the dream for him. Oh, but look at this. Oh, the expansion is going to be found. It seems like. That's going to be invul cancel.
Yeah. Potion of Invulnerability is quite a nice catch for the Orc. And yeah, this expansion, there's no way you can hold on to this. But now FoCuS knows where Check is and can go for the red spot, and immediately he does it. Like, it's so easy with Raiders. Lure them out, lock down the Ogre Lord here, and then kill it. But Check is going for the main base, and he can give him supply stack at 57.
Or he could just go for this camp right here with the Murlocs and the Turtle. Heavy armor will die very quickly. More experience for him. Once again, he's at 3-3-2. And this was kind of a fight, but not really too many losses when they were battling over the Ogre Lord. And he's gonna get Pendant of Energy, not what he wanted. On the other side, we had
Claws plus 12.
Oh, ooh, this blade, dude.
Plus 22 now, and I think it's Windwalk level 2 at the moment. Then once he's level 4, the crits get out of control. He's sieging FoCuS a little bit, who is not supply stuck. Well, now he's at 60, but he does have the comfortable 10 food advantage that you want to have. For Check, the position is not that bad, though. Can hide behind the Pocket Factory, has a decent choke there, and can easily attack the Orc.
Alright, where the mana burns, how much mana is there on the TC? He has one shockwave, gets cycled up nicely. Invul already triggered on the Blade Master. That was a good shockwave towards the backline, hitting quite a few talents. 1 or 2 have died already. Invulnerability on the Blade Master is about to end. He's going into Windwalk, not revealing himself yet. It's a big invul, don't forget, so he's lasting a very long time. The Tinker is in trouble. Heal scroll, not used, but instead staffed out, saved him that way. And now the invul is over. Blade Master up in the air, of course, the way it's supposed to be. The TC in the front lines, tanking quite a bit of damage, but will survive. TP home, but not good enough for the Demon Hunter. Heal potion will keep alive for a little bit longer, and he gets home safely.
Actually was crit level 2. I'm quite surprised about that, man. On bigger maps, usually you get Windwalk level 2, but not crit. But yeah, we saw the 200 damage rolls. And Check was expanding behind this, interestingly. FoCuS is checking for it, though. And he will find it. That is, like, his scouting this tournament, really, really, really strong. But you see the mana bong working. There's so many talents with 300 mana still in the pool. And of course, they can be easily reproduced, like so fast. FoCuS up at 67 supply though.
Coming in from behind, mana burning the TC right away. There are no shockwaves at all in this fight. Pocket Factory in the front line seems to be taken out quickly. There's also no invul for this Blade Master. Big army, but not very good inventory. First few talents are dying. The Night Elf heroes, however, in the front lines in the back lines rather, going for the walkers, but we have so many walkers, and now the talents left all by themselves. Getting found by the Raiders easily, but Mass Cyclone might be able to keep them alive with those. Everything's dropping so low. There's no heal scrolls for the Orc. The TC also trouble. Actually, there's one heal scroll for him now, and an invul. Mass Cyclone one after the next, but everything here is dropping so low. We have a shockwave coming in. That was pretty nice.
Heal scroll was clutch there to save all the walkers, save a lot of Raiders. I think he's doing it, man. The Demon Hunter does have a potion, but he needs a crit. 204 critical strikes, cycling him the Blade Master up in the air. Dispels it though, and snare. This is the end for the Demon Hunter. And with that being said, the DPS dealer is down, and he goes for the Beastmaster. There's a TP, but will he actually get... Oh, Demon Hunter, man. Is the rubber band snapping back at him?
He can't fight anymore. Everything's so low. No invul anymore. No mana anymore. But the Blade Master's almost level 5. And once he has an invul again, Beast Mode is damn scary. But the Expo is up. Peon saw it.
And with the speed scroll, he engages into this. Does he have a TP check? Yes, he does, but the army is ridiculous. 40 supply only. And Talons, man, they need a choke, they need protection. And 4 Raiders.
Whew. The right clicks, though, on the tree.
Yeah.
Not bad, with a Fairy Fire on him as well. But yeah, it's an easy type. Super easy, quick, and simple. And bye-bye.
Loses a Raider, but he takes that trade every single day.
But he has to use Raider and TP. He had to buy a TP, you know, in the first place. So that was kind of expensive. And now the Knight of Heroes are fairly close to decent level ups. Level 4 for the Demon and the Beastmaster, both not too far away. And we have a couple of creeps remaining. Mostly on the left side of the map that should go towards the Orc. And that could be double level 5 for him.
Oh, level 3 crit, level 3 wave. FoCuS lost almost 20 supply though in the fight in the middle. It's quite harsh, but yeah, as you said, strength not too much experience, but the damage multiplier is 4 and not 3 anymore once he's done with this. Oh, yeah, TC level 5, but Blade Master still level 4.
Good camp. If Check gets it, that's his level 4. Oh, but FoCuS doesn't want to give it to him. He gets the item, which was, I didn't see it. One of Master, not what he wanted. Going for the Beastmaster right away with the invul, and that has to be the TP.
Nice.
Too much damage.
Shockwave.
Oh, true. And he gets one more creep kill. That's his level 4 for the Demon at least, but also level 4 for the Blade.
Level 3 crit is available now. He needs a mana potion on the TC, who has +9 intelligence, man. That's pretty sick. And the Raiders, they try to find another Tree of Life. No one available anywhere. Main gold mines, 2,400 gold remaining. More talents for Check. He's at 55. He's banking actually quite a bit. Of course, he will invest that for items. No heal scroll at the moment. He needs more heal scrolls. And FoCuS is 1 heal scroll, 2 heal scrolls, mana potion. He's set for the next
forces are under attack.
Level up now for Check as well. 3 heroes against 5 heroes. What's better? If the shockwaves hit, one might assume the TC. That's not necessarily reliable though. 50 versus 50 supply is certainly not where the Orc wants to be. Does he have to break into upkeep soon? Is it otherwise too scary? Should Check be the one to look for a fight? What's the inventory looking like for him? He has heal potion, heal scroll, invul potion. That's it. So, decent inventory for Check, but not the greatest.
Yeah, especially the Demon Hunter is so underwhelming compared to the Orc heroes, who both have boosting items here, +9, and the consumables, Blade Master, plus, 22, thanks to the claws, and the boots of Kaltaras. FoCuS stays at 50 though. Doesn't want to break upkeep before this gold mine is empty. And Nature's Blessing for Check, so he doesn't want to build another Tree of Life, he just wants to walk over.
Under attack.
So both players here scouting their opponent's peon in the Knight of Main, and the Hawk sees the expansion once again. And FoCuS sees that he's being scouted, so he's going into upkeep now. Finally, he was able to save a lot of money though, staying below 50 for so long. Even another pair of slippers for the Blade Master for a bit more damage. Has pretty sick attack speed, by the way. And that Beast Mode, man, is going to be damn scary.
Yeah, how much does he have? Like, only a little invul though, but he will feel it. He will definitely feel it. On the other side, it's only 3 walkers at the moment. Plus, he's only producing them now, so they won't have that. Oh, okay, 5. Sorry, didn't see them. But the mana pools, okay. Yeah, they're okay. I take everything back. Tinker on the way to the shop again.
What's the priority here? He can get both, actually. Heal scroll and invul. Invul is out of stock for the time being, and he is... Oh, he wants to run back. It's scary out here. It's not his base. But an invul, as it becomes available, he walks back. Alright. More creeping for FoCuS. Only gold by now. He is already at 5-5. And mana potion especially could be so scary. Oh, this TC, dude. Full mana at 540.
Good amount of Raiders. No upgrades though. Of course, no Warmel in this matchup. Plus 27. Found another claw, as it seems. Increased attack speed as well from the Endurance Aura level 2. 2 heal scrolls, 1 invul, 1 mana potion. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what you want. Jack is breaking up keep 2 though. Has the Engine of War as a wood shield in front and 3 Fury Dragons for the splash damage.
67 supply. It seemed like he was at 50 just a second ago, and boom, here we go again. Big orc army. Jack needs to have good position. He's at 57 himself, however. Main's about to expire. Ancient of War gonna help him with a positioning. He would love to start burning this TC, but he keeps him way in the back, doesn't give him the opportunity.
Can't go higher in supply, can only spend his money on items now, but he does have full inventory slot starved already. Blade Master are in the back. Shockwave was not that great. Dodges it again well with the talents here.
Gets rid of the wisp that were there.
Yeah, that's true.
So he can't detonate them anymore against the walkers. And he still has quite a bit of mana to use here, the TC.
And the Expo is up. And this makes it very hard to kill it. I mean, Tinker, yeah. But apart from that, nothing does real damage against it. Shockwave this time was a little better, hitting 4. But Stormy times again.
He's gonna get the next heal scroll. We have 3 heal scrolls on this Night of Sight. And oh my god!
Oh, he needs one right now. Emergency. 4 heal scrolls.
4 fairy dragons. Only 2 of them are morphed into flare form. We have beast mode enabled. Critical strike. The first one misses actually against the demon hunter. Many more misses, no more crits. He's pretty damn unlucky with the RNG, and the beast mode didn't do too much, but still damage going towards the demon hunter, using his own invulnerability here. The tree of the Ancient of War is gonna be gone. Talon's trying to reposition, trying to stay safe. The TC has one more shockwave in the moment. Heal scroll coming up from him as well, but there is the mana burn, so no shockwave at the moment. He has a mana potion, he wants to use it. The Demon Hunter in trouble. The shockwave from long range hitting pretty well. The Demon Hunter is in deep, deep trouble right here. He needs to be staffed. Oh, the critical strike finishes the job. Couldn't staff him out. He was end snare locked. And now without her first hero, what can he do? Not many talents are left for the supply. Only going for the Blade Beastmaster next. Disenchant this Blade Man has so much damage. Next critical strike coming in. Where are the next few ensnares? So many raiders. Are you kidding me? It's just infinite ensnares. And this is going to be the next hero kill. The Blade Master finds it. GG from Czech. And it is FoCuS in the lead with 2-1.
That was one angry Blade Master. So many misses there. Ow, whoa, whoa, whoa. But then he was back on the ground like, okay, I've had enough. And then it was time to crit. And then it was time to win the match for him.
5/5 heroes are pretty sick.
Yeah, man. That's what I was looking for. Shockwave so good. Crit so strong. That was quite impressive in the end by FoCuS, but Czech gave him a lot of time as well to creep this up, and that shouldn't be the case.
Maybe he should have looked for his own aggression there. Czech rarely ever was moving across the map looking for a fight. Maybe when they're both at 50 and he's not yet level 5, then you move over and try to make it not so easy for him to heal up fully and clarity up fully. The lead now for him, one more map will give him 3rd place to FoCuS here. That will invite him to the Super GCS, which will be coming soon. And will make him the best Korean in this tournament. Top 2 are already guaranteed to be from Ukraine and China. It's going to be our match after the best of 5 here. Our grand final with a best of 7. And which maps do we have left?
We saw AI, we saw TM, we saw TR. Still, we don't really know... Oh, we have Last Refuge.
Okay. So then... so Terranos was vetoed. Okay. I thought nowadays that AI... LR, excuse me, was the better veto for orcs. Because you have so many easy camps with an Ancient of War to take out as the Night Elf. So much reliable experience to be going your way. So that would mean that the last map is AZ, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. And AZ, again, unusually, it goes against logic, but it's kind of a 5/5 hero map as well. We see it pretty often there. Especially if Lin plays.
Yeah, and especially with the red camps. If you get the space for them, so much experience.
Last Refuge is pretty big, has a lot of red spots. Has a lot of creep spots, I mean. But we don't see 5/5 too often there. Interesting how this sometimes works.
Can be very hard for Orc in the late game, with how narrow positions are pretty much everywhere on LR. So if you have such a big army like you just did with 67 supply, those raiders will be blocking themselves a lot.
Yeah.
will be much easier for Czech to find a good position. That's why this is a good Night Elf map. But it seemed like FoCuS was rather going to play this one than TS. Unless he banned something crazy.
Like AZ.
Or Echo.
You don't want that. So, once again, we will see the summary of the match, and then the players again, and then we start into this. Can FoCuS claim that third place, or will Czech again fight back and make it the third full distance series of the day? I think it's kind of a double-edged sword for Night Elf. Good positions, yeah. Chokes, yeah. But on the other side, so many good items again. And if there's a choke, and also, like, the talents are piled up, and you hit a good shockwave into those chokes, talents will suffer.
Yeah, but that's not reliable. And if you're playing against a good orc, you should be able to count on the fact that the raiders will find your talents, if there is space for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
We saw strong heroes on both sides on the last map. That time it was not Czech prevailing, but FoCuS.
Yeah, the Night Elf heroes are definitely not as important as the Orc heroes, that's for sure. They are, I think they are a great addition to the army, but what counts is the position of the fight and how much cycling you can get off. So interesting, FoCuS dominated him on Twisted. Czech played way better on AI with very strange decision-making by FoCuS. And this seemed, in the end, fairly one-sided again.
Yeah, when he was going for that expo, I was thinking, oh god, is this going to be the same thing again? Perhaps the Night Elf almost doing him a favor there.
Yeah.
Forcing him to cancel it before it was done. Otherwise, it could have been rough for FoCuS again. But yeah, now the Orc is in the lead. He has the match points. If he wins here, which is a hard map though, he is sure to make it to Super GCS. Would be a 3-1 victory for him and $1,500 for third place. Fourth place is $1,200. So a difference of 300 here between the two and 5 heroes. Yeah, those shockwaves sometimes they looked beautiful. 3 heal scrolls in the end were not good enough.
Yeah.
He
hit them well. Like, the first one wasn't too great, but as you said, he eliminated the Wisp. The Wisps are there to get rid of the Spirit Link and burn some mana on the Walkers, but there was so much disenchant. Like, even in the last fights when he was going for the Demon Hunter, of course there was mana for constant cycling because he had the mana bong and so many cycles remaining, but there was also mana for the disenchants, and that's quite unusual after that much time.
Yeah. Let's see how it shapes up here on our fourth map. Last Refuge. Should be a good map for Czech, by all accounts. And yeah, there we could see the ban was Echo and Tyrannus. Here he is again, FoCuS. He was so close to making it to the final, and so was Czech, but both fell short. Now they are playing for the consolation prize of being able to qualify for the next tournament.
And of course the title that belonged to Foggy for a year, the third best player of the world, right behind Foggy and TH, who stand in the grand final. After this series, they will battle it out who is the strongest Warcraft player in the world. So, maybe the last map in this series. FoCuS 2, Czech 1.
No greedy Ancient of War happening. That's what we sometimes see, but actually Czech has not opted to do that once this series. Will oftentimes cost you Wisp repair, and that's expensive and gonna, delay your tier 2. So he's gonna play the standard. Blade Master is gonna be looking for some claws early, and of course a very fast tech. Interesting how the Koreans don't seem to be going for the tier 2 tech cancels at all anymore. Something that players like Foggy seem to prioritize so much.
We have seen it a bit from Lawliot. But yeah, Foggy is way better. Life does it as well. So aggression is, I think, the key. And Czech is way too passive on tier 2, so you see a very interesting dynamic in this Orc versus Night Elf here. This passivity. And usually you shouldn't be able to win if you let the Orc do what you want.
Here we go. We have the first heroes out. I like that he goes for the trappers first here if we want to get into super specifics.
Can you cast 5 minutes alone? I need to eat something, man. I haven't eaten in like the entire day.
Yeah, sure.
A player's forces are under attack.
Don't want you to starve, man. Not before our big event, the grand final, which will be coming up after the third game decider. I think I'm gonna have to switch seats here. Gimme, gimme. Alright, one moment. So, I'm on the other side. Oh my god, what a different experience. So, where are we at? Gloves of Haste. Against a circle, already the first one of illusion has been used. Tech-wise, starting right now for the Night Elf, and on the other side, decently far ahead for the Orc. One borrow, of course, is always, or basically always nowadays. You can see the little Blade Master trick pop out inside one of the creeps, and this guy won't heal himself or use Inner Fire, so this will all happen a little bit faster. Another one of illusion. Is FoCuS once again gonna feel inclined to play this passively and perhaps expand early? That really didn't work out well for him on AI, but then again on Turtle Rock Way was able to creep all the way up to level 5. That did work out well. So maybe that's where Czech should try to look for his opening, try to get 3-3 heroes and try to fight before the opponent is 5-5 and look for your advantage in that window. Next item goes towards the Blade Master, gloves again. Demon with his level 2 here being a little bit annoying.
A player's forces are under attack.
Exciting. Sorry. It's becoming a long day for me as well. And I don't know. Orc Night Elf, we've seen it a bunch of times. Always the same, it seems. Neo and me were both really happy, honestly, that we didn't have Night Elf in the grand final for the best of 7. But it would have been a little monotonous. Whereas Foggy versus TH, man, their games have been so exciting in general. Foggy's games versus Human have been looking so damn awesome with the Warden. So much fun. Oh, almost surrounding the Demon Hunter there. He should have been able to get it, honestly. That would have kept his Lodge alive, but not like this. He just gets to walk in. And now we'll get to staff out and perhaps before even get to cancel this bestiary. And I was saying, Czech doesn't want to go for that tier 2 cancel play at all nowadays. But now he's going to be forced into a TP. He can't staff out anymore. So at least that will be forced. But canceling both tier 2 buildings is well worth that. And has 3 archers again. Never mind. Winds are coming anyways. And he's delaying his tier 3 for this though. Beastmaster, double wins. And a later tier 3 for the Night Elf. Whereas the Blade Master. Over near see there's like coffee standing around everywhere. I would be so afraid to spill this over. So hopefully I won't do it now. With the Wand of Illusion here, he might be able to creep the Merchant pretty easily. The Blade Master, of course, would love to steal this. However, he has been revealed. Windwalk has run out of duration. And the TC shows up with his runs to start creeping. But man, his tier 2 is so delayed. Until he has his Ensnare upgrade and the first couple of walkers. It's gonna take a long time. Whereas the older main guy is grab for him. Potion Creator mana, certainly not what he was hoping for. And in the main, the winds finish. A little slow here to produce. Using microing. And there we go. Training as well as the first couple of talents is starting. And everything standard here. TC keeps on creeping. He's gonna hit his level 2 here in a moment. That was quick. And he was back.
Yeah, man, can leave you alone. I just saw some stars in the third game, so I thought maybe food was quite a nice idea.
So, the Knight was able to cancel both tier 2 buildings, had to use his teleport for this. Interestingly, went for 3 archers on this map as well, something we usually only see on Turtle Rock. With that, he was able to creep his merchant for the most part, has now lost 2 of those archers. Did he get the item from the Ogre Magi? He did. Oh, the second mana item. Lady Luck is not on Czech's side today, it seems.
Well, the Blade Master was around, so at least he got it and not the Blade Master for the TC. So yeah, bad item for him, but better he gets it than the Orc for himself.
A lot of gold though. It's gonna be speeding up his timing, if nothing else. I'd love to get the level 3 on the Demon Hunter here. Should be able to do so. And now, what does FoCuS do? He's gonna continue creeping on the upper left side of the map. Gonna get level 3 Blade here in a second. For the TC, he's pretty close as well. With the 2 easy yellow camps here. That should be easily enough achieved. Two now for the Beastmaster as well. The Hawk will grant some vision. And is he actually scouting for an expansion again? Would make kind of sense, I guess.
Yeah.
With how many FoCuS has been going for this series.
Players' forces are under attack.
Be successful in his quest to find it, as there is.
Master Training has stalled in the main base for Czech. Of course, that's the key upgrade in this main, but nice creep here. Good positioning on the Ogre Lord. Maybe it's the mana bonk for him this time. Czech was quite lucky with it on Turtle Rock. But the Claws plus 12 wasn't bad either. And Medallion of Courage is okay for the TC, as it provides HP, damage, and mana. So yeah, not too bad, not too good.
And there we go, sells the greater mana and the mana stone, and bing bing cash, big money. Still has quite a bit to purchase here, even after getting the Orb of Venom. Staff should be a good idea, it seems, and there we go, gets the staff and the healing potion. He does not have an invul, not have a heal scroll at his shop. Nothing is available. The Orc stole it from there, the way he's supposed to do it. And the heal scroll is on the TC, who's gonna hit level 3 right here. Ogre Magi, for him, Scroll of the Beast can be decent. Still doesn't have a single Raider. Where's the Raider? He had one a second ago. Did he lose him to creeping?
It's coming. There is one coming. Oh, 2 here in the north.
Ah, yeah.
At the next red spot.
Okay. I see, I see.
Demon Hunter is not level 3, while the TC is level 3. Always an indicator that the game goes pretty good for the Orc.
He is gonna get it here though, and if he gets the space to creep up towards the north here, could get even a level 3 Beastmaster. That's always good for the Knight if you get that before the first big fight, but now FoCuS on the move forward, going into upkeep as well. Might be looking for the first fight. Can be rough for the Orc to find a good position on this map. In the middle here, next to the tavern, that could be one of those good positions. But he actually wants to go for the red camp. This could be a backstab from the Knight Elf from behind. Orcs aren't used to be on the receiving end of this. Shockwave coming in, pretty decent. Demon Hunter in the front lines. Already the heal scroll has been triggered, perhaps a little early, but seems to have been a good timing as the Orc is retreating away. TC doesn't have mana anymore for the next Shockwave, and then the Talons can be huddling against the trees without fear of AoE, and the Raiders can have a hard time. Invul already popped, going towards the Demon Hunter. He doesn't have an Invul, doesn't have a heal potion with enough crits. This could be the hero kill here perhaps, but the Invul is over. Critical Strike comes through, is not enough to find the kill however, and Cyclone coming in one after the next. Jensner gets dodged with the teleport, with the staff rather, and the Demon is safe. Staffing in bag right now, and with that, all of the Raiders, by the way, have dropped low. Heal scroll on the Orc side, but now the Talons hiding themselves behind the trees, or next to the trees, I should say. TC and Blade Master all the time up here. Pocket Factory in the back. We have 52 supply for the Orc against 36. Only left for the Night Elf, but this could all swing around in a moment here as everything is starting to drop low for the Orc at this very time.
Blade Master has another Invul potion, maybe going for that beast mode on the Demon Hunter, and he's not using that time. So he's cycloned again. He had a good position on the Demon Hunter here with the TC next. Also the Walker's in range, but is he going for it now? Yes, he does. No TP. Can he buy one? Doesn't seem like it. There's a staff, but I think there's a lockdown from those nets. Use the staff here, and that is toast on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter dead. First hero gone at almost level 4 TC. That Invul potion was absolutely worth it, and he might be getting the second hero here as there is no TP man. Check. He is ending this tournament 4th as it seems. With 2 heroes gone, and FoCuS is still moving forward. Those Raiders are healthy. They can throw their nets. These Talons are in trouble.
The Demon's back, but there's no cycle anymore, I don't think. He has one or two more. Shockwave coming in, hitting like everything. Blade Master re-engaged with the Scroll of Healing. The Demon in trouble again. Disenchant. Focus Fire could be the kill with the Ensnares. It's GG. Check is fourth. FoCuS is third. He is the best Korean, and he is going to GCS Super.
And again, history repeats here. FoCuS eliminated by TH in the semifinals, reaching level 3 against the Night Elf. Though in 2013 at WCG, it was the same results against TH, but it was Elegant back then who was defeated by him. Would love to show it to you, but again, this Chinese stream is crapping out. So, yeah, that was the third game match. The first series today that is not a 3-2.
And with that out of the way, finally, I'm going to the grand final. It's gonna be a best of 7. This is the main event, not only of the day, but of the last 3 months, ever since last GCS ended. We've been looking forward to this. We're gonna crown our best player in the world, our world champion. It's gonna be TH or Foggy. It's gonna be our next game, man. This is so awesome. This is also a rematch. There's even some juicy and rare drama in the Warcraft scene. TH seems to be a little salty after the losses he has encountered before. It has been so many matches for Foggy against Human. He has been so strong against them. Only losing once, right? Against Romantic. His Warden is undefeated in this tournament. Crazy. He was behind so many times, but he clawed his way back every single time with the Warden, that is, and managed to win. TH is known to be one of the smartest, one of the most creative, and one of the best players in the world. Has he found an answer? What is his answer against the Warden gonna be?
Of course, he couldn't be sure that he would face Foggy in the finals. He has to prepare for Night Elves. Yeah, but Czech is a completely different player than Foggy. Of course, there must be something that he thought about after his games in the group stage, because that was devastating for TH, how that went. We will see if he found an answer in a bit. Bronze medal to FoCuS, 4th place to Czech. There's only one match left. That match is going to be huge, though. It's best of 7. It's a European in the final for the first time since 2015. And he could bring home the first major victory in Warcraft 3 since 2009. Of course, it was the King of Orcs, Grubby, who did it back then. And will it be a Night Elf this time? We will see, guys. Hype train. Maybe you should spread the word about this. This could be historical or history made in Shanghai. We're going to be right back to Warcraft in roughly 10 minutes when the grand final starts here. See you in a bit.